Good morning. I hope you are doing good and having a good morning as I'm having now. It's gonna be an open talk video. I will be talking about something that I'm going through lately. Like straight to the point, we're gonna talk about growing up and transitions pain, or what I like to name ecdysis, and I will explain this nomination later. I hope I'm not very far because it is the only way I could film in this garden. I don't know how to put my phone or anything. I just hope that my voice is clear because this is the most important thing. Oops.
تقال العثار العظام
I
به.
have been like going through a very tough time, and alhamdulillah, everything is under control. But no one can deny how much hard it is, though. In the past few months, I have gone through continuous stress, overthinking, crying all the time, not knowing the reason. It's healthy sometimes. It's very healthy since you are getting some burden out. And all what I can say is that these months made me really taste how cortisol feels like. I hope I'm not exaggerating, but it was very like a very continuous stress to the point that I can no longer know how that peace and um feeling good feels like. Anyway, back to the point, growing up and transition Spain. And I think this is what's happening to me. And it's only yesterday that I have remembered this and I have related it to my current phase. And the first time I have felt that ecdysis is in my high school around 2 or 3 years. Why I have called these transitions pain ecdysis, and what is ecdysis and how it's related to transitions pain. Here I have organized my ideas so I will not miss any point. So definition of ecdysis from the biological uh, side definition. I don't know. So ecdysis is a biological process by which an organism sheds its old skin to allow for growth and development. This will make you think of the butterfly examples, and the new formed skin is often soft and vulnerable and needs time to allow it to harden and expand. So this is a very important detail in transitions. It doesn't happen at once or at a short time, but it needs some time. And this phenomenon of ecdysis is very relatable to what's happened to our soul and self while growing up. But there is a question: what actually triggers the the urge to change? That is not usually a decision until you are aware of it. Because if it was a decision, you will not feel the confusion. Once you know what's happening, it becomes a decision, and you know what's happening. You know that it's a changement. You know that you need to change. You know that you need to develop yourself and to get out of your old skin. When I have discovered this like this notion, everything changed, and now like my first, it wasn't actually my first, but that was the first time that I have uh that I was aware of the ecdysis or the transition. But I am sure that I have gone through it during my childhood and throughout the years. But the first time I was aware of it, it was 3 or 2 years ago. I will just come back to our what triggers ecdysis and the year to change. Here I have some 2 or 3 points. What triggers the urge to change? It's a kind of disappointment of the person you are now. I was maybe satisfied with who I am at a certain time, but growing up, you will necessarily feel the urge to change. And this disappointment is what makes the that phase painful. The other painful side is that you don't know how to make it. You don't know how to break the chills and get out of the egg. I have now the example of baby bird when it's trying to get out of the egg. This is exactly the like you are in darkness and you don't know how to get out of that. Like this is that point when you are no longer your old self nor the new one and you are somewhere in the middle and trying to get out of that darkness. Oh, I'm not trying to exaggerate. Okay, it's not that bad, that darkness. But okay, the first time I have felt that ecdysis, it would be very, very, very painful. Comparing to now, now I am having a very like okay, it's hard, but my mind is still together. I can do my day-to-day tasks. I don't feel like life is stopping or some kind of dark thoughts at all. Alhamdulillah, I am sure this is because of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm more stronger than 2 or 3 years ago. I'm more patient and I have more purpose in life and I know what I am living and I know that there is an ayah that I like to remember whenever I go through or something bad happens or I go through a hard time. It's لنبلونكم بشيء من الخوف والجوع ونقص من الأموال والأنفس والثمرات وبشر الصابرين الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. I know that there is Allah and I know all those beautiful things. And I always say Alhamdulillah and Allahumma thabat. Yeah, so the first time or this time is much easier than the first time. You are surely growing up now. Maybe you are having those growing up struggles too. Maybe you are out of it now, you have finished, and you are with new wings and new vision, new feeling about yourself. Maybe you are in front of that um, growing up door and hopefully you know that you know what's going on and you will not be confused and wondering what's going with me, what's wrong. When you don't know what's happening, it's painful, but once you are aware of it, you can you can do something about it. Now you know that growing up is painful for everyone. I guess it's for everyone. You know that it's only some preparation to have or to get rid of your old chill and have new phase of life. And you know that anxiety and stress and overthinking and all that are just part of it. I guess this is better than when I was putting it there. Now you know all that about uh, growing up and what happens when you are stepping out of your old zone. It's supposed to be less stressful and less uh, heavy on you. It's supposed to be, yeah, it's hard, yes, but it just try to read some Quran. It helps a lot. It helps a lot. And your prayers, your some du'as. Allahumma hdina wa thabbitna. Allahumma hdina wa thabbitna. Uh, and I guess I have to finish the video because if I continue like this, I will never end. And I am having exams this week, so wish me good luck. And yeah, I will finish with the ayah of Surah Al-Baqarah. وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ الَّذِينَ إِذَا أَصَابَتْهُم مُّصِيبَةٌ قَالُوا إِنَّا لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ راجعون. I used to think that this ayah is only related to death. That inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. To Allah we belong and to Allah we return. It's not only about death. It's actually whenever something bad happens to you, it's a musibah. When something happens to you, you have to remember this, and it makes things much makes life very less important. So yeah, the last thing I would say, I am Khadija, and I am still figuring life out. and أستودعكم الله الذي لا تضيع ودائعه.